What's up, guys? EVOL here with another dual commentary. This is going to be versus Communist316 again on ZTN. This one's not going to be as in-depth as my last one. I've only watched this demo once. We're just going to move through it quickly here. I'll just point out the important things, I guess.
3, 2, 1, fight.
I like this spawn okay. It does suck when they get the LG spawn because a lot of players are really good with LG and they're going to run for the Mega. And if you try and fight for Mega, it kind of sucks. But that's a less common situation. Typically here, what you get is the rocket launcher, yellow armor, and Mega health, which is the case here. Now, I missed the yellow armor pickup on accident, and he gets on my face pretty quickly with the shotgun here. And I don't know if that means that he delayed the red armor pickup, if he dropped right away. Probably not, just given the angle that he dropped down at. But at the same time, it definitely put a little bit of doubt in my mind, so I'm not positive about the timing on the red armor. And because I feel like I have the stack advantage with the Mega Health and the red armor, and I've got the rocket launcher, which is going to be good in these tight quarters here, I'm going to stick around for this red just to see if he did pick it up right away. Looks like he did. He's nowhere to be seen until it's too late. And I hear him behind me, but at this point, I'm just going to make sure I get that LG and get set up for the Mega. I don't know if he's shooting. Let me back up there. Those machine gun shots. I don't know if he's sitting up on the red armor platform. Maybe he thinks I didn't pick it up already. I don't know. Maybe he's on the grenade launcher platform. I'm not sure what he thinks that those machine gun bullets are going to do, though. So at this point, I mean, you can see I've just picked up everything. Though he had some good defensive rockets there and actually whittled down about half my stack already. And if you look at my ammo, I've run out of rockets, I've run out of lightning, and I think I tried to switch back to rockets. He just made the I have less than 25 health sound. Probably wasn't paying attention to the fact that I had the shotgun. That would have been the smartest gun to use. But my plasma up close can be decent, so I guess I opted to use that. Got the job done. 115, Mega should be spawning in a second here. I was actually talking with another... Ooh, narrowly won that. I was talking with another player about Communist316's game. That's right, Communist. We're discussing your strategies behind your back. He is a very aggressive player. A lot of times he will just continue to grab the nearest weapon, rail or LG or whatever, and he'll just run straight at you until he can finally kill you and pick up the items. I don't think that means, like some people would say, oh, that means he's good at playing out of control. I don't think that's the case. I think he's better at playing in control, and so he makes every desperate move possible to try and get back in control. And he doesn't care if he has to give up 4 or 5 frags doing it, because he feels confident that he's going to be able to make those 4 or 5 frags up when he's in control again. But it doesn't always work. Okay, this I want to point out. Or is this the fight? This isn't the fight. That comes later. Couple good rockets, but then he gets a good rocket on me. We're both real weak, and no one really wants to commit to see who comes out the victor there, so we both back off a little bit to heal up. I know that Mega's spawning, so... Well, maybe he did too, but... I got in there first, but only hit the one good rocket, and he pretty much... Actually, I didn't have this in my notes, but there's another fight later on where my dodging against his lightning is just terrible, and I want to see what I do here. Not too much. Maybe it's hard to tell, you know, I died so quickly, but... Nice. Shot a rocket in the wall. There, I decided to go out there. I didn't know if he was going to try and... I mean, in retrospect, it was a stupid decision. I was thinking, okay, he was just in the upper YA room, and he knows that I backed down the jump pad, so, I don't know, it seems obvious that he would try and just drop down here and try and cut me off. maybe what I was thinking was that he might go all the way through shards and try and catch me at the rocket launcher, so I would head out this way instead. But that's not what happens. He picks up red armor and he comes and cuts me off, and I basically just give him a frag and do no damage to him at all. The reason I didn't go for the rocket launcher wasn't because I knew Mega was spawning. That was kind of a nice bonus to deny that. But it was because I was afraid that he might be chasing me because, I spawned so close to him. A lot of people will just come around that shards corner, shoot a rocket straight at the rocket launcher, and it's, you take 100 damage. Okay, right here, listen for his footsteps. Okay, I heard his footsteps, and so I shot the rocket, and I don't know, that was a decent rocket, probably did 50 damage or so, maybe more, maybe 75. I don't think it was a direct. Go back for a second. Hear him, and just based on the hit beep sound that it played, it wasn't that deep of a sound, so I don't know, 50 or 75 damage maybe. Anyway, initial damage can be so hugely important in fights, so I was really fortunate to get the initial damage here, especially since, I'm the one out of control. When things are really close, then the initial damage is often the decider as far as, who's going to win. Right here, things really aren't close. He's got control of the items right now, and all I'm working with is 25 armor. Now, yellow armor hasn't spawned yet, but it's about to, and that actually plays a big role in this fight. Not so much because I pick it up, but because he goes for it. Let's see. Okay, so... Oh, sorry, let me start that over, get the sound. Okay, he just made the I have 25 health or less sound where he's about to throw up. I started that fight with 115 health and 100, I'm sorry. Shoot, what was it? It was, let's just go back. Okay, 115 health and 25 armor. And then I get out of there with 76 health. So I only took 55 damage. I definitely did a lot more than 55 damage to him. But I am railable, which makes me nervous. So he backs out through the kind of red armor corridor up there. And I don't want to jump down here. And, obviously I might have ran straight into that rocket. Communist can be really good with his rails, and I didn't want to drop down there just because I was railable. So I wanted to wait a few seconds at least, see if that 50 health bubble spawned, and it did, so I'm fortunate. I'm no longer railable. But, neither one of us really wanted to... I probably should have taken the risk and tried to finish him off. In fact, looking at the mega health timer on the right, I really should have, because he had less than 25 health. I could have finished him off, and then I would have had the mega health pickup. Instead, he's been able to kind of collect probably the lower yellow armor and the mega health and really heal up. But this fight, I'm just going to say it's kind of hilarious. So here's what happens. I'm coming down here. I take the shards, and I see those nades blowing up. Now, a really common thing to do is for a player to shoot grenades up this way, and then they go through the teleporter, and they do the air strafing trick down the stairs. You can clip through the pillar, and they can be at your backside in 2 seconds. And you're still waiting for these nades to stop coming, and suddenly they're shooting rockets in your back. And it almost works, but I think maybe he was just doing it out of habit. I don't know if he heard the shards pickups, but when I double back, it doesn't, I don't know. To me, it didn't seem like he was expecting me to be here. Maybe that is the case. Maybe he did expect me to be here. Anyway, I again get good initial damage. I hit him with 3 plasma balls and do 60 damage. Rocket, lightning, full rocket. Now, he still hasn't hit me yet. And he has less than 50 health based on the sound that he made. Now, that's even after his mega health pickup and probably the lower yellow armor. So finally he gets me with the good rocket, but he's not willing to stick around for the fight because I did so much damage while taking none initially and then, a little bit at the end there. All right, just the same, he, finishes me up with the rail in the long run. Now, probably not the smartest thing. The way I went into that fight, I actually heard the Mega Health spawn before I jumped out. I should have backed into it, and I didn't. I was lucky to get it anyway. He must not have known the timing or known it was up.
Five-minute warning.
Okay, after that rocket and that yellow pickup, I'm feeling pretty comfortable. I know that the big items are coming up, and okay, this is a mistake, I think. Because of his spawn, I don't think he has LG yet. And we just kind of keep trading trying to trade rails, and that jump was a big risk. He could have railed me really easily there. I really should have been using my lightning gun. I think, actually, pause for a moment. I think Memento Mori has a good guide on ES Reality that's about damage output. Like, you know, you need to make sure that you're using the best weapon for the job and in all situations. And, you know, if you look back at that rail fight, like, he was exposed a lot. Maybe it was the ammo. I've only got 21 LG ammo. Maybe that's why I didn't pull it out. But trading the rails like that wasn't the smartest thing. All right, so I got a good spawn frag on him. Couple of quick rails. There is that spawn, obviously, by the shotgun quarter. That's why I kind of sneak around this corner here. Because if he spawned there, he can run out, grab shotgun, kill me in one shot, and then he takes red armor. And suddenly, you know, you have no control all over again. So here's that really aggressive play I was talking about. He's just going to grab the closest gun and run straight at you. Which, you know, if you can hit a couple of easy rails and whatnot, really works out in your benefit. He really just wants to deny those items, rush at me, and steal control back so he can, well, now make up the 2 frags because I'm in the lead now. Alright, a new RA was coming up, but I'm not worried about my armor. What I am worried about is this Mega Health. And it was coming up at just about the same time. Okay, now in this fight, I pushed him off a Mega, but I know that red armor is up. And I pushed him back towards that telly that, you know, pops him out by that red armor corridor. A habit that I have, and I don't know that it's good or bad, but I don't think it's the best decision all the time. What I do is I'm going to run through the teleporter, do the little air strafe down the stairs, and I'm going to catch him, you know, at the teleport exit. Now, I think I only caught him in time because he probably delayed going through the teleporter. He likes to try and look for that rail for a player who's going to look for the rail against him. So he probably didn't go through the teleporter right away, which is why I caught him here coming through so late. And it makes my position a lot stronger to push him off of this red and probably get the frag. If he'd gone straight through the teleporter, I could probably still do a ton of damage, but he would have got the red armor. I don't think I could beat him there by going, because I've got to go all the way to the yellow armor teleporter from the Mega Health and then strafe down the stairs. And if he's already kind of at the teleporter, or even if he's just at the railgun, he's going to beat me there. So what I notice a lot of players do is they'll turn around right here, they'll rocket jump up to the ledge behind, and they'll go through that shotgun corridor. Now, I don't know that it gets you there any faster, but if they're going to get the red armor anyway, then you're in a better position, because you might catch them as they're jumping towards the red armor, in which case with lightning gun, you might be able to push them past it or kill them before they can get it. I mean, I've seen it a lot of times where you actually, with the pushback of the LG, they just go right past the ledge and they don't get the pickup. Even if you push them into the red armor, that's okay, because you're in a much better position. You have more room to move around on the shotgun platform, and they really don't. They can sit there and eat all your LG. If they don't move, you can get an easy rocket on them. And if they do drop, at that point, you're going to hit, 60, 70 lightning gun because they're just following through the air predictably. So I don't think it's a question of speed, the reason people will do the rocket jump here. It's a question of they're expecting you to come down at the base of those stairs. In fact, I would say that most players are going to be coming out of that teleporter exit, spamming rockets at the base of those stairs on the grenade launcher platform, right there where I'm looking at. Rockets are going to be blowing up here because they're expecting you to come down these stairs. But if you suddenly come through the shotgun corridor, you just catch them totally unawares. Now, I've seen that trick, but I have to be honest, I have never tried it. So that's something I'm going to try and get in one of these games sometime. Anyway, like I said, he came through the telly late, probably hoping to catch that rail. And we were both railable there, so that was close, but, he missed and I hit, so. And there he is, trying to be super aggressive. He just grabbed lightning gun and ran at me. Even though he knew that I'd picked up Mega and then Red. So, I mean, yeah, he'd done some damage, but I don't know. Kind of silly. Alright, this is the other fight I wanted to point out. Let's rewind here. We'll go in slow motion. Watch how bad my dodging is against his lightning gun. Stand still. Stand still some more. Hey, stand still some more. Alright, there's some commands in Wolfcam that are really useful that let you kind of see what somebody's accuracy was during a specific time window. I let him hit, I think it was 57% lightning gun during that fight. Up close combat is really unique, I think, when one person has the lightning gun and the other person has rockets. You've all seen the lightning gun duels where both players kind of, go back and forth between like the really quick strafing back and forth and then like medium or longer strafes to try and like throw the opponent off, and you got to kind of do that dodge dance. Well, I guess if you have rockets out and someone's trying to hit you with lightning, you still need to kind of almost pretend like you're in a lightning gun duel and apply that same level of dodging. For me, when I have rockets out and I'm up close like that, I feel like I move the same as if it was a rocket versus rocket fight. But the dynamic is so different, rocket versus lightning. And so what I do is it just looks like I plus forward. Here's regular speed. He jumps over that last rocket I shoot, and I do so little damage to him, and he sneaks in on the mega health. And like I said, he had 57% lightning gun accuracy on me there. So I need to find some people I can practice with where we just kind of fight some up-close battles, me with the rocket launcher, them with the lightning gun, and I need to make sure that I'm keeping their accuracy, under 30% with good movement. There's a lot of players out there. I would say Tydeos is one of them. Brainwreck is probably one of them. In an up-close fight, if I'm using rockets and they're using lightning, they'll win. But then if I'm using lightning and they're using rockets, they still win. So it's like, it just comes down to the combat dynamic. You've got to know how to maximize your damage output, but what's probably even more important than that is minimizing the damage that you receive. And you can tell in this fight, I had one thing on my mind. Plus forward rocket, do damage. I was not trying to avoid damage in that situation, and that was definitely the wrong thing to do. All right, I don't go for rockets. No, this isn't that spot. So I did hear him spawn in there, and, I spammed a rocket. I don't know if he was going to sit there and wait for the rail. I knew Mega was coming up, so stuck around for it. Trade rails.
Impressive.
Trade rails again. He comes through. He's really putting the aggression on here. Now, if he'd hit that rail, he would have got the kill, but he jumps for it, and I just nail him with LG instead. He knows he's got, less than 2 minutes to make up 4 frags to tie the game. So at this point, he really just has to put the heat on as much as he can. Now that was a risk, jumping for it like that. I didn't check to see if there were any traps, but I don't know. I kind of figure that he's scrambling at this point. Probably doesn't have the timing on the items, and if he does, he's not paying attention to it. So I just kind of went for it because I wanted to make sure. I knew that Mega was coming up, and it was like, well, okay, I'm going to get the red, drop to Mega, and if that works out okay, then I definitely have this game in the bag. Now, if he had set a trap for me at red, even if he got the kill there, I probably could have, just played the plus back game, collecting yellows, defensive rockets, and just move around the back corridors, and maybe still could have pulled out a win. It was definitely a risk, but I don't know. I feel like it was one that paid off. Now, this part's really funny. There is nothing that stops your momentum in this game like a direct rocket in the face. I don't know. It's just great. Like, he knows he's got to make up those 4 frags. He comes through the teleporter, sees me dropping just for a second, not long enough to do any damage, but he takes a full face rocket, and that just crushes them mentally as well, as far as like, do they think that they can make up these 4 frags in the next 90 seconds? But not only, let's go to his perspective for a second. Not only did he just eat that rocket in the face, but oh, he hears me pick up the mega health too. So, yeah. That's got to suck for him that he just took 100 damage and I just got 100 health. He's sneaky here. I thought he stopped, and then, oh, one more. Now, he was too early for the red. I should have stayed there. That's one of my favorite tricks, nailing plasma there. Now, I did pick up the red. He did get some good damage with that nade, and then some good damage with lightning gun. He ends up dropping, but, it's just not enough. And I get the frag because I was so stacked, and he just figures, whatever, he's going to check out. There's not enough time for him to make up the difference. So not like a fantastic game on my part. No crazy aim, no crazy item control. It felt fairly back and forth a lot of the time, but it was a lot of fun. I'm not surprised this guy quit. He's got like 2,000 duels, and he quit half of them. Like, he quits half the games he plays. He doesn't want to play it out, which I don't know. I mean, some people think that's like a big rage quit thing, and it's a big deal. I don't think it's a big deal. Like, in StarCraft 2, like, they never play the game all the way out. They just GG and the game's over. I guess this one's different because the duel is a fixed format for 10 minutes, but I don't know. I guess I'm rambling. Doesn't matter. Anyway, this video was for you, Ty Deos. So I told you I would put this one up just because it was funny. Yeah, I've got, 2 or 3 more games. There was another one I played tonight against the Coop on Arawak, and I pulled a win out, which was incredible because, like, he's got that map dialed. So I'll probably put that one up pretty soon. Maybe, yeah, I'll probably put that one up before the other ZTN videos, just so I'm not doing only ZTN. But, yeah, I'll have more videos coming up soon, guys. Thanks for watching.